This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. This broadcast is presented by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. Faith Regional Health Services. When you need exemplary care, have faith. And by Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank is always ready to lend a hand in the communities that they serve. Log on to MidwestBank.com to find out more.
Well, you could not have manufactured a more beautiful day in a weather factory. Thanks for tuning in. The season opener of the fall sports season on News Channel Nebraska at Tahazuka Park in Norfolk. The Lincoln Southwest Silverhawks have traveled all the way up to Norfolk to take on the hometown Panthers, and it is beautiful. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Kalen Devin, along with Andrew Pfeiffer, making your NCN softball debut.
Absolutely. I'm excited to be here. Did a little Corn Belt a couple weeks back, but now we're here for my softball debut. Couldn't ask for more beautiful weather.
Especially with what kind of weather we know is coming up next here these next few days. It's going to be really warm. But we don't have to worry about that here today. It's Thursday night softball, a doubleheader between the Silverhawks and the Panthers, and we're excited for this one. Let's start off with some of the key players. We'll start with the visitors from Lincoln Southwest. We're going with Kennedy Williams, senior, who missed all of last season, but as a sophomore, she was incredible. She's the daughter of Amy Williams, women's basketball coach at Nebraska, and some of her stats from her sophomore year were so good.
Absolutely. She was looking at a 3.62 average with 50 hits, putting up 29 RBIs, and of course, the surmounting 6 home runs. She's going to be a player to watch out for.
And that was just as a sophomore, so we're excited to see after the year off how she does today. But also for the Panthers, they are led by their all-around stud in Jessica Schmidt. She takes the circle today and getting things going with the pitching side of things, but also a very good batter. Last year, she had 124 strikeouts in the circle, but was just as good when it came to her batting average.
389 batting, that is very good, especially at that high school level, putting up 44 hits and 31 RBIs as well, with 11 doubles, 3 triples as well. Norfolk, watch out for this one right here.
So both teams have some star-studded players, and we're ready for that here today as we're already getting going. Brett Schneider field. Starts off with a bunt. It is foul.
Try to lay down the bunt, try to catch the defense sleeping pretty early there.
Brett Schneider playing in right field today for the Silverhawks in a 1-1 count. First game of the season for both teams, so a lot of expectations. You haven't seen really any results yet just from practice. Game time is a lot different. Swing and a miss here.
Now she's staring down a 1-2, I believe, Kalen.
1-2 count here. Brett Schneider. Last year was really, really good as a junior. That's down low from Schmidt, ball 2. But last year for Brett Schneider, 389. Only had 7 hits in the amount of time that she was playing, but she's done enough to lead things off here today. Schmidt deals a little too high, 3-2, and a full count to start the ball game.
And she knew coming right out of the glove it was going to be a little bit too high for her, so good eye sitting on and waiting.
Both teams had a great season last year. Both eclipsed 25 wins. That's right in there for strike 3 to get things going. It's Jessica Schmidt winning the battle over Brett Schneider.
And a beautiful pitch for Jessica Smith, looking down a full count. Right down the middle, you know, you got to bring your best stuff if you're sitting at full. So props to Schmidt for getting the strikeout.
And one of our players to watch today, Kennedy Williams, comes up. This is her first game back from a knee injury that had her sidelined from all of last year. First time making contact, fouled off on the right side. Williams, the daughter of women's basketball coach Amy Williams. And what's really cool is that she will be playing for her mother as a both women's basketball player and a softball player. Swing and a miss here. Jessica Schmidt on top, 0-2.
Schmidt trying to get things done early here for the Panthers after picking up 1K from the leadoff hitter. Trying to replicate that back-to-back. Maybe could get a perfect inning, who knows?
This time popped up shallow right side. Rising and making the play fairly easily for Norfolk is Lynn. And 2 down.
Just a simple pop-up to right behind first there. Pretty simple bread and butter play.
Bread and butter, always good to get whenever you go to a restaurant. Brenly Norlinger comes up batting third today, an 0-1 as Schmidt is dealing early. Norlinger last year was a freshman that got lots of playing time for Lincoln Southwest, or excuse me, a sophomore a year ago. This one fouled off right side and out of play, 0-2.
Got to watch for that collateral damage for sure.
We didn't hear a windshield crack. So we're okay for now.
Well, that's why we got a fence in front of us.
This smacked right towards center. It's caught. Peyton Schnur goes down to the knees and makes the catch to end the inning. No damage done, no base runners reached, and the Panthers will take the bats up to the plate next in the bottom of the first.
And a beautiful catch from Schnur. Just got down, slid. Amazing way to start off the inning.
For people who struggle with day-to-day activities, an occupational therapist can help them get back to normal. Let's speak with an occupational therapist from Faith Regional. I'm joined now by Ann Zimmerman, an occupational therapist with Faith Regional Health Services. And I think we start at the beginning. What is an occupational therapist?
You bet. An occupational therapist is essentially somebody who works with anybody who's had any sort of illness, surgery, hospitalization, and they really need to regain those skills that they need to be able to go back home again, safely live on their own or with family.
What are some of the themes that work across the board that people are trying to improve on?
For occupational therapists, we're really focused in on those everyday tasks that people do. So if you think about it, after somebody has a surgery or is in the hospital for a period of time, they need to learn how to get dressed on their own again, shower on their own again, cook, clean, laundry, even if they're caring for a child, anything like that. So it's all those tasks that we're really working on them being able to do, again, to improve their quality of life and to achieve those goals.
Now, mentally, how do they handle these situations? Things they've been able to do forever, but all of a sudden can't? That has to be hard.
We really try to focus also on that, the emotional, psychological aspect of it, and really give them a lot of good feedback as they're coming along, and really involve them in goal setting too. What are the things that you want to be able to do to go home and live independently again, and really honing in and focusing on that. Also, a big piece of that is education, letting them know that this is why we're doing this certain activities. It's really explaining to the patient why we're doing certain tasks so that they can relate those to their goals.
What do your patients tell you when they're able to achieve goals? What's that like for them?
It's pretty amazing for them to be able to return back home and be able to be within that environment that they feel most comfortable. So it's extremely gratifying. I love what I do. I'm very gifted and blessed to be able to help these individuals return back to living on their own and being able to it's a quality of life thing for them, just to be able to do those things that they want to do on a daily basis.
Ann, thank you so much for joining us today.
You bet. Thank you so much for having me.
Bottom of the first inning, Tahazuka Park in Norfolk, where Peyton Schnur has a 2-1 count. Made a great catch at the end of the top of the first. Went down to the knees, and now 2-1 counts. That's in there for a strike from Alexis Bradley. It's a bit of an interesting situation pitching-wise for Lincoln Southwest. They lost lots of innings from a couple seniors and an injury. 205 innings from 2 seniors that graduated. Schnur balls it back toward the screen.
You take a look at Norfolk, who's on the opposite end. They're returning 8 of their 9 starters. And so a lot of these players have had experience from the previous season. Not a whole lot of turnover.
And Alexis Bradley, who only pitched 6 innings last year, gets the start in the circle. 2-2 count. Peyton Schnur. And down low. Full count now for Schnur. And Bradley digs in, wants something good. The payoff pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. And a great at-bat from Peyton.
Schnur makes first. After 4 balls, bringing up number 4, the catcher, Kylie Baumgart.
Watch the ball come through and got on first.
Did a nice job. Brings up Kylie Baumgart, the catcher today for the Panthers. Swing and a miss on the first pitch from Bradley. A year ago, Baumgart, .327 batting average, 34 hits, 18 RBIs, and 3 home runs. Schnur goes, the throw down to second. Got her! What a throw from the catcher, Madsen, to strike down Schnur on the steal attempt.
And the quick reflexes, absolutely, from Madsen, being able to get up and sling it on down to second. Just like those restaurant bread and butter, baby.
Baumgart still in the box, 1-1 count. Makes things a little bit easier for Alexis Bradley. Doesn't have to worry about the runner and Schnur. That pitch is swung on. That is down for a base hit. Baumgart rounds first, headed towards second, and she's got a stand-up double.
And there's the excitement from Baumgart, taking the place of Schnur, who got thrown out, caught stealing at second. And now Norfolk still got a runner in scoring position.
Well, it just shows how big that run would have been if you could keep Schnur at second, or maybe even keep her at first. There's a chance she scores. Emerson Waldo, a lefty in the box, a runner on second, and 2 down. 1 down, excuse me. One 1-0 count for Waldo, multi-sport athlete for the Panthers. That's drilled right up through the gap. Baumgart's heading home, and the throw will be cut off by the pitcher, Bradley, and it's a single with an RBI for Emerson Waldo. Panthers on the board early.
And that ball dropped right in the left center gap for Baumgart, bringing in Schnur. You're not catching Schnur. You can't throw her down. She was rounding third with a lot of heat. You can see on this replay here, perfectly placed, right over just the pitcher, just barely missed it. And Schnur comes in, bring up the first run for the Panthers.
Good thing that Waldo wasn't too far off that first base. There was an opportunity there for Bradley to make that throw back, but kept her at bay, and the Panthers now with a 1-run lead. Bottom of the first inning, 1 down, and Waldo at first. Brings up Miley Wickman, who has been a very good player for Norfolk the past few seasons. Last year, batted .363, 41 hits, was second on the team in RBIs at 31. And in the season opener at Taha last year, hit a walk-off against Lincoln North Star. Ball 1 to Wickman. Alexis Bradley on the circle today, high and outside for ball 2. Bradley didn't get a lot of experience from last year, so this is a big season for her, and she wants to stay composed today.
And you know, it's a season opener. You know, you're still working out the kinks from over the summer and in the off season, so it's not going to be perfect.
In there for a strike, throw back to first, nothing doing. And a 2-1 count for Miley Wickman. This is a Panther team that won 25 games last year, 25-14. Lost in the district tournament to Elkhorn South. Had a chance to make it to the state tournament. Really good squad. Fouled back toward the screen, 2-2.
And last time these two teams met up, they split the series last year 1-1. Both had very different off seasons. Of course, Norfolk losing in that district finals, coming back this year with a little bit of vengeance.
Fouled back toward the umpire. Gives us a smile and buckles down that face mask.
Well, that's why they got to wear them, you know.
Standing behind the catcher, I mean, you want to put all of the trust that you have in the catcher, but I feel like as an umpire, you might still be a little worried. Popped up left side, is still in play, giving chase is Dostal, and she misreads it, and Miley Wickman has a new life.
Thought she had the out off the foul line, just like you said, Kaylin, just simply misread it, and that's it gives Wickman another chance.
Another one and fouled back. Miley Wickman, a great at-bat so far. It's still a 2-2 count. She's fouled off 3 straight.
She was originally looking at a 2-0 and was able to kind of battle her way back, protecting the plate.
Fouled off again, left side. She's pulling it, has a spot in mind. Has not been able to find the green grass. One down, 2-2 count. Waldo on first for the Panthers. They lead 1-0.
You can see Bradley having a word with the second baseman, just trying to get her to calm down.
High heat, swing and a miss. Throw down to second is cut off short. Waldo takes second, but the battle is won by Alexis Bradley.
So she's able to advance Waldrow over to second. However, to no avail, going down on strikes. Bradley seems to be looking a little more calm after potentially she could have broke that open down the left field line.
Now Jessica Schmidt. Downstairs, ball 1. Schmidt, we talked about her, our key player today, can do it all. 389 a year ago, 44 hits, 31 RBIs, which actually tied with Miley Wickman for second on the team. Led the team with 3 triples in a 2-0 count. And she's also pitching today.
Yes.
What can she do?
Kind of that utility player, you know, wherever they need her.
Just outside and low again, 3-0 count for Schmidt. Kirsten Lynn in the on-deck circle. And our first inning today is brought to you by John Henry's, our family, serving yours. 3-0 count, might get the red light here. It's high and upstairs for ball 4 anyway. 4-pitch walk as Jessica Schmitz gets on via the walk.
And kind of strange that Bradley came from a strikeout right into a walk. You kind of thought she got the panic out, and then all of a sudden comes out 4 straight balls. So she's not out of the woods quite yet.
Madsen stands in front of the plate and as a leader of this team, gives them the sign and the orders for what kind of field position to be in here. Kirsten Lynn, another really good player from a year ago.
Kirsten Lynn, we've seen her on the mound. She normally plays outfield. Kind of one of those utility players again. She's in her junior year, so she's not quite there at the senior level. One thing I did notice about Norfolk, a lot of
Ball gets behind the catcher, Madsen. The runners advance.
Well, I was saying there's a lot of third-year players on this roster, so a lot of these players coming back next season.
Yes, that's right. 7 seniors, 5 juniors that will return. Bradley swing and a miss toward Kirsten Lynn. 1-1 count. Now you have 2 runners in scoring position for the Panthers and a real opportunity to tack on a couple more runs with 2 outs. Strike 2.
And Bradley trying to get out of a jam with 2 runners, in scoring position.
1-2 count, the pitch. Bradley, this is hit hard. I might be drifting foul. And a beautiful swing of the bat that just goes foul. Otherwise, that thing was gone.
It seems like back-to-back, just pulling it to the left side of the field. And Bradley's working up a nervous sweat there.
And Lynn's got power. She hit 5 home runs last year. That was second on the team. Swipes at this one down low. Williams makes the play, throws over to first in time, and Lincoln Southwest gets out of the inning with 2 runners left on for the Panthers. Only 1 run allowed. Norfolk 1, Lincoln Southwest nothing. We head to the top of the second. Coming up on NCN.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Panthers able to tack on 1 run in the bottom of the first inning. Lincoln Southwest back up to bat here and fouled off right away. Delaney Madsen. They went 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first inning. And looking for a little bit of a better result here, but we kind of mentioned this before, Andrew. Norfolk brings back 8 of the 9 starters from a year ago in their lineup. Lincoln Southwest had a little bit more of a turnover change, lost 5 very impactful seniors, but still has a lot of talent waiting in the wings.
Absolutely, and not only talent for this season and the next season, but the following season. They're a younger team. I mean, 8 of those 9 starters, yes, will probably be gone in the next season or so, but they still have a lot of young talent that they're bringing up.
Big swing and a miss. Madsen upstairs, and she's down 1-2 to Jessica Schmidt, who might be one of the best pitchers in all of Class A, and that is no understatement, as Class A has so much talent all the way around. But Schmidt, I mean, her stats throughout all of last season, and she's been playing since her freshman season, a whopping 124 strikeouts last year, 31 walks, and even had a save in there. 2-2 count toward Madsen. Here's Schmidt. That's up high for ball 3 and another full count. Just kind of like the way that the last inning went. Brett Schneider had that full count to start off the game. A very similar situation here in the top of the second. This fouled off. Just got a piece of the handle. Madsen stays alive. Can be really tricky trying to turn some of those inside pitches off the handle. Same exact thing. Schmidt likes that spot. and she's trying to attack it, but Madsen's not letting her get away with it yet.
Just trying to let something open up for Madsen, but
that's down low. What a battle for the catcher, Delaney Madsen. She walks as that pitch at the knees.
will be the pinch runner here for Madsen.
And a one-run lead for Norfolk. Brings up Mary Beth Hart. As the officials are getting the pinch runner written down. Mary Beth Hart comes up, catcher or the center field today for the Silverhawks. One runner on, none down. Popped up, out of play. 0-1 count. First pitch, swinging. I like the aggression from Mary Beth Hart.
And one of the interesting things I wanted to point out, the pinch runner, Vivian Maris-Chapeau, she is a junior. She's normally an outfielder and catcher, but she wasn't in the starting lineup today. So interesting that the coach would go to the dugout to be able to pull Chapeau in for a pinch runner.
One count for Mary Beth Hart. Line right back toward Wickman, and it pops up and hits Morris. Everyone is safe.
And from what could have been a 6-3 easy ground ball, turns into an error for Henley Morris.
And that's a tough one. It gets right past Wickman there at third. You have an opportunity to make the grounder. You haven't seen a lot of game time action to start the year. So you can't let an error bother you too much. This brings up Emma Dostal, left fielder today. Dostal last year, .320 batting average, 31 hits. Here's Schmidt, that's up high. Had 10 doubles and also 4 home runs. So batting in the 6th spot today, Dostal, really good bat.
So she's got that potential to drive it far. And you got 2 runners on after Southwest gave up a run in the last inning. Now have, the potential to take the lead.
Just catches the bottom of the plate. 1-2 count. And just misses the zone. Brings up to 2-2. This second inning is supported by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. Here's Schmidt, 2-2 count, popped up back behind the screen, and Dostal will stay in the box.
You're staring down a 2-2. Anything could come your way. Great job to protect the plate for Dostal as she's trying to get a right read on the bat. Could potentially work out.
Fouled off again. We've seen lots of fouled off pitches today. Testament to both the batter and pitchers. Might be fresh out of a box already.
Like you were saying, Kaylin, very aggressive batting for sure. They're not hesitating to pull their arm through and try to make contact. You can tell there's some powerful hitters on both squads here.
2-2 again. Schmidt with a deep breath. Deals. Line toward right field. That's caught by Lynn. Throws back towards second, and what a catch.
Beautiful catch by Lynn. Line drive into right field, just straight into the glove of Lynn as the runners tag up. That'll serve as the first out for the Panthers. It looks like there's going to be a little mound visit here.
Really nice catch there by Lynn to ensure that nothing got past her. Kirsten Lynn stops any damage, and like you said, Andrew, the runners were trying to tag up. Couldn't go anywhere.
It was good awareness from both runners on first and second, seeing the ball go straight into the glove of Lynn and being able to get back before any more damage has been had. And now when you're Jessica Schmidt, what do you think's going inside of her, or what do you think's being told right now?
Yeah, I think, you know, a little bit of a calming. That's a pretty tough at bat. You allow it to come back to you. One down, two runners on. You just got to kind of take some deep breaths here and get back into things, and that's exactly what Jessica Schmidt will do. She's the ace on this Panther team for a reason. Swing and a miss to start off the at-bat for Emily Yitt. Last year, Yitt 308 batting average, 8 hits, and a few at-bats. Ball gets past the catcher, Baumgart, and the runners advance. So Lincoln Southwest with a huge opportunity and only one down.
And with one down, Southwest now has two runners in scoring position, which leaves the opportunity for Oltman to get some damage.
Top of the second inning. The pitch popped up. This might stay in play. It will, and Baumgart just misread it. Gets past her and will be strike two.
And excuse me, I meant yet. From over here, the jersey looked like an 11, but it is in fact a 16. But what could have been very damaging for Yet turned out in her favor. As the catcher lost it in the sun, it looked like.
1-2. Yet pops this deep center field, and that ball is gone. Smoked off the bat of Emily Yet, and that is a 3-run shot.
Absolutely, and yet you could hear it, a no-doubter right off the barrel of the bat, made the sound that we all love. And a great home run from Yet, driving up 3 runs, taking the lead 3-1, Kaylin.
Yet only with one home run from a year ago, and she starts off 2023 with a 3-run bomb.
And how quickly things have turned for the Silverhawks, being down a run after the last inning, was able to get 2 runners on, and then you couldn't ask for a better hit.
And what's even more frustrating, I think, for this Panther defense is the first 2 runs, Madsen and Hart, that were on base were both really good at bats, but a walk, and then you had that error as well. So you got to reel things in here with Mabry Spawn and a 1-1 count.
So now when you're Jessica Schmidt, you've already had the mound visit.
High heat, swing and a miss.
You already had the mound visit. You know, you didn't want the worst to happen. The worst does happen. And Schmidt stays out on the mound, hoping to maybe redeem herself with Spawn.
And she does just that. Jessica Schmidt, after relinquishing a 3-run home run, comes right back with a strikeout.
Like I said, Schmidt with vengeance after giving up that 3-run shot. Kept her poise, came in, and got a very decent strikeout on Spawn.
Second strikeout, of the day. Load on the first pitch to McKenna Murphy.
McKenna Murphy, one of the seniors on this Silverhawks squad.
In there for a strike, 1-1.
She's sitting at that bottom of the order, Lincoln Southwest, almost to the top. And with 2 down, maybe Murphy can put some damage up late.
Infield playing a little bit in for Norfolk, at least the corners. We've got both Severance and Wickman playing above the bag. 2-0 counts for Murphy. Excuse me, it's 2-1. Now 3-1. Murphy, hitters count here. No runners on the base paths for the Silverhawks. They lead 3-1, and there are 2 down. Here's Schmidt. That's high for ball 4, and Murphy walks with 2 outs.
Just great plate discipline from Murphy, and doesn't get much better than that. Jessica Schmidt is now, well, I'm not going to say it yet, but potentially we could see the end of the day for Schmidt.
As it brings up Kenna Brett Schneider. Last time out, she struck out and swings and misses here.
Brent Schneider, the junior, sitting at that right field position, was struck out in her first appearance.
And a little bit of a running hit that gets past the left fielder, Brands, as the runners are halt with a single and an error from Kenna Brett Schneider.
So there's the single, then all of a sudden you got an error out in left field, able to take double. Now you have 2 runners in scoring position with 2 down for the Silverhawks.
And that's so tough for Brands just to see that go right between your legs. You're trying to come up on it and make a play. Brings up Kennedy Williams, flew out to right field, more of a line drive to right field last time. A little shallow.
And Lincoln Southwest, you know, has the opportunity to go on a big 2-run rally. And right now, if you're Kennedy Williams, just have to stay patient in the box. Try to get on base, maybe load everything.
1-1 count. Williams fouls above the screen, and she's down 1-2. Big opportunity here for Southwest to put on some more runs with 2 outs.
Yet another jam for Jessica Schmidt trying to work her way out of. She did it in the inning once before.
Williams hits it towards second base. Throw made over to Severance in time for the final out. Nice job by Waldo to make the throw and end the inning and not allow any more Silverhawks across the plate. But it was after a 3-run shot that gives Lincoln Southwest a 3-1 lead. We head to the bottom of the second on News Channel Nebraska.
What does farming mean to you? For most, it's hard work, dedication, and livelihood. Unfortunately, that also comes with risk. At Nebraska Crop Insurance in Beatrice, they know the non-stop dedication involved to keep your family protected from that risk and ensure their livelihood. Not only do they know everything about the coverage you need, they're also farmers themselves. So protect what means the most to you with the agent who knows what it means to be a farmer. Nebraska Crop Insurance, 615 Dorsey Street in Beatrice.
The Heart and Vascular team at Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute has spent the last 22 years focused on providing the highest level of heart care possible. With over 24,000 patients seen in the last 2 years alone, we know cardiac care by heart. Today, we offer the most advanced practices and technology to patients in 11 local communities, ensuring easier access to cardiology services. With specialists focusing on heart failure, vascular diseases, thoracic surgery, abnormal heart rhythms, and general cardiology, you can count on our heart experts to collaborate to provide you with the best care possible. Faith Regional Cardiovascular Institute, keeping a pulse on the hearts of Nebraska for over 2 decades, is the faith difference.
3-1, and Henley Morris up to bat, bottom of the second inning on News Channel Nebraska. Thanks for hanging out with us today. It's Thursday evening softball. I was about to say night. It's not quite nightfall yet. I'm Kalen Devin with Andrew Pfeiffer today. Alexis Bradley in the circle for Lincoln Southwest, upstairs for ball 2. And a good game so far. 3-1, Silverhawks with the lead after a huge 3-run home run from Yet in the top of the second. Norfolk was able to tack on a run early in the bottom of the first, but left 2 runners aboard. Really good start here for Henley Morris, though. 3-0 count, and Bradley's got a battle. In there for a strike, and that's exactly what Bradley needed to do.
And just like you said, Kalen, of course, that's what Bradley needs to do. I mean, you're looking at a 3-0, you know what's coming.
And this is popped up high towards center field. Camping under it is Hart, who makes a great snag just over the fence. What a catch.
Kind of a little over the shoulder action. And a great catch.
Probably pretty close to a robbery. Although normal robberies are illegal, robberies are allowed in softball. Brings up Briley Severance, who toward the bottom of the lineup, though. She is a very big hitter and a hot bat who can send some hot shots pretty much anywhere in the field of play. That's up high for ball 1. And this is that catch again.
I was going to say, there's that replay over the shoulder. That did look like a robbery, Kalen, indeed.
Swing and a miss from Severance. Down 1-2, and Alexis Bradley's got to be feeling pretty confident right now. Norfolk and Lincoln Southwest. You look at the historical matchup between both programs, and you think that the Silverhawks have definitely been ahead, which they have. There was a period from 2012 to 2018 where Lincoln Southwest won 19 straight games. However, within the last 8 matchups, it's been 4-4. It's been even. Fouled back again. But just a completely different program, and Derek Siegschlag has done such a good job with the Panthers.
And you're opening up the season, you're opening up the fall schools just getting started. You don't know what's in store, but at the same time, you take a look at the roster, just the returning starters. I feel like that just says everything you need to know about this team. A replication, if not a better replication, of what was implemented last year.
Severance swing and a miss. Had a really nice at-bat, but could not quite come back. Brooklyn Brands, the 9-hole hitter for the Panthers. But anytime you see Lincoln Southwest on your schedule, known as a powerhouse in softball, 4 state titles, including one in 2021, had a state tournament appearance a year ago, but they went 2-Q, did not win one in the tournament. Still, really good team. One 1-0 count to Brands. She hits it right to Bradley, who's able to make the play. A little bit of a high throw, but it does not matter for Yit, who makes the catch and ends the inning. We head to the top of the third, and the Lincoln Southwest Silverhawks lead 3-1 over the Panthers.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Borgman Construction, voted best residential roofer in Northeast Nebraska. Norfolk Auto Center, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple always. And by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health is their top priority.
Woodhouse Chevy is making car buying better with 2 convenient locations in Missouri Valley, Iowa, and our newest location in Omaha at 112th and Dodge. With a huge selection of new cars, trucks, and SUVs, experience the entire Chevy lineup and explore our savings going on now. Visit us in store or online anytime to shop our current offers and all our inventory. Find new roads with Woodhouse Chevy in Missouri Valley and now in Omaha.
Three-one ball game. Lincoln Southwest leads by a pair of runs over the Norfolk Panthers at Tahazuka Park. Thanks for tuning in on News Channel Nebraska. It is the start of our 2023 fall season. We had a great crowd behind us. I know the parents are excited to be out here today on both sides. And how do you feel, Andrew, as a parent, to see beautiful white jerseys on both sides and know that they will never be this clean ever again?
As the season goes on, you know, they'll accumulate just a little more dirt throughout the year, of course. But, you know, today it's laundry season, baby.
Lincoln Southwest saw 8 batters come up last inning. We're 1 away from batting around as this is downstairs for Schmidt. It's a 1-1 count for Brenly Norlinger, the second baseman today for the Silverhawks. One of the younger players on this team, she is the only junior, is popped up. And the play is made by Henley Morris. Excuse me, the only sophomore, Brenly Norlinger, on this squad. That catch made, though, regardless. And Delaney Madsen returns to the plate.
Delaney Madsen was walked on her second appearance.
And this time, hard hit ball, and the catch made out there. It's Lynn. She's seen lots of action today, and she's got a fun celebration out in right field with Peyton Schnorr. Almost like rocking at a guitar. See if you can see this again here. Maybe not. That's okay. It was a pretty sweet celebration, though. Fouled back toward the screen, Mary Beth Hart. Madsen wasted no time to try to get things going, and now Panthers, 2 outs already, seemingly just got to this situation. Just misses high.
This inning looks a lot better for Jessica Schmidt after previously giving up those 3 runs. Now's got 2 down and no one on.
It's a great way to start. Just a little low, about at the knees. Mary Beth Hart, and a 2-1 count. Pitch just inside. 3-1 for Mary Beth Hart. Schmidt delivers. That's hard hit ball that gets right past the second baseman, Emerson Waldo. It's a single.
And that's a hard play to make if you are Waldo. Tried to reach out and grab that ball, just hummed by her a little too quickly. And a great way for Mary Beth Hart to just be able to get something going for Lincoln Southwest.
Maybe trying to get a little 2-out magic. A lot can happen with 2 outs. Emma Dostal in the last inning flew out to the right fielder, Lynn. Runner goes, throw down, Baumgart. Not quite there. It was close, but a great slide from Hart to get in.
Talk about aggression, Kalen. The opportunity to steal third base coach saw something and was really willing to risk that steal on 2 outs.
Gets in there for a strike.
And although the steal was risky, it did provide a good outcome, as now the Silverhawks have a runner in scoring position.
1-1, hard hit ball again, gets right through the gap. Lynn will try to throw toward the plate, and it's cut off. The run scores. Lincoln Southwest tacks on another.
And an amazing speed from Mary Beth Hart, who was just walked as the previous batter. Took the steal from second, and then a solid hit from Dotstel to bring her around from scoring position. Lincoln Southwest putting up an extra run. Like you said, Kale, a little two-out magic.
And there you go. That's why that steal was so important, though. I mean, the throw from Baumgard was really good, but not quite good enough as Mary Beth Hart beat it out. She scores off the single and RBI from Emma Dostal, and Emily Yett comes back up. She hit a 3-run dinger in the second inning. It's a 4-1 lead for Southwest.
And when you're Norfolk and when you're Jessica Schmidt, that is the last person you want to see step up to the plate with the potential of a two-out rally.
It's popped up above the screen. Fouled off. It's 1-1. Second-year head coach for Lincoln Southwest, Mitch Anutkum, went 27-14 a year ago. Again, they did lose both tournament games. That's down for a ball, 2-1. But Anutkum loves this team. He has a lot of confidence in how they can play this year. And before the game, told us that this is going to be such a fun matchup because of how talented both Norfolk and Lincoln Southwest are. 2-1, similar spot, but a little bit higher. Gets the strike call. It's 2-2. We'll see what Schmidt can deal. 2-2 count. Check swing, nothing doing. We're back to a full count. The third full count of the day. And it's very full because now you tack on the 2 outs. Smack towards center. Down in a one-hopper for a single. Runner trying to take third. The throw is not there, which allows Yett to take second, and Dostal is safe at third. Lincoln Southwest making the 2-out magic continue.
Now with yet another runner in scoring position, you can see here right after the catch, Wichman just couldn't glove the throw, which could have potentially been in time, but Wichman just couldn't get a glove on the ball. Nevertheless, another runner on third looking for home here for the Silverhawks.
And Mabry Spahn back up to the plate. She struck out her last time seeing Jessica Schmidt. A 4-1 game. And right now, if you're this Norfolk defense, you really want to stop the bleeding. Big opportunity for the Silverhawks, though, to continue to score. That's downstairs for another ball to 2-0.
Now Schmidt trying to work herself out of yet another jam. As the 2-out magic's coming from the Silverhawks.
Popped up high, out of play. It's the top of the dugout. Spahn with a 2-1 count. 2 down. Top of the third inning at Tahazuka Park in Norfolk, Nebraska. Such a pretty day today. Ball 3.
And we are one pitch away from Southwest being able to load the bases.
3-1 count. Jessica Schmidt facing Spahn. The pitch smacked up toward short. The throw is not there. Save, and 1 run scores. It's Dostal. It keeps Emily Yett at bay at third. Hard hit ball. I'd probably give that a single. That was a tough one to field.
Absolutely, but it goes right in the perfect place between second and third. Spahn was able to place the ball just enough in the spot for Dossel, like you said, to come around, extend that lead for the Silverhawks. And like I was mentioning earlier, here comes yet another mound visit. Could this be the end of the night for Schmidt?
And I believe it will, at least for this game, where we do have 2 games today. Right now, Kayla Bobbledike, the senior pitcher, enters, and she will relieve Jessica Schmidt from a tough start. 5-1 right now, Lincoln Southwest. A change at the circle, and we will return. 5-1 next on NCN.
Storefronts, pop-up shops, food trucks, and digital retail. The way we do business is ever-changing, and so are we. Madison County Bank's business lending team is constantly evolving to support and provide new information to our business and commercial customers. We understand that your business is truly unique. We are ready to find the business banking services that fit your needs best. Madison County Bank, here to help you grow.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Well, Schmidt was able to last 2 2/3 of an inning, 2 2/3 innings. 2 straight strikes from Bobbledike, who comes in to relieve Schmidt. Kayla Bobbledike pitched a lot for this Norfolk team a year ago as well. Strike 3 looking. Bobbledike comes right in, 3 straight strikes, and sits down McKenna Murphy. Not without Lincoln Southwest tacking on 2 more runs. It's 5-1. Bottom of the 3rd we go on NCN.
Get rewarded and earn interest for using your My Design Rewards checking account with Midwest Bank. I'm volleyball player Allie Badenhorst, and I get rewarded when I use my debit card grabbing a bite to eat or getting coffee before class. It's easy, simple, and smart. It's not about how much money I have in my account. I get rewarded just for using my debit card at all my favorite places. Find out more at MidwestBank.com. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Fuel your journey by starting at a Speedy Mart store near you. From the small communities in Nebraska to the larger cities, the staff at Speedy Marts are ready to serve you with food, fuel, and rewards. Save 5 cents per gallon with the Fuel Your Journey fill-up plus additional bonus savings. Download the app for mobile pay, offering customers the highest quality branded food and treats, fresh, ready, and convenient. Check out SpeedyMart.com for locations and job opportunities.
And some dancing right now for Lincoln Southwest, and for good reason. Leading 5-1. Is that actually Norfolk? Is that Norfolk in there?
That was Lincoln Southwest.
That was Lincoln
yes,
Southwest.
You are correct.
But see, now Norfolk's dancing right now, so everybody's excited. 5-1. As we start things off with Peyton Schnur. Last time up, she walked and then was caught stealing. She's down 0-2.
Top of the order for the Panthers, like you're saying, was caught stealing in her last appearance. Bradley still on the mound after.
And does a really nice job at getting a single. Peyton Schnur starts off the inning strong.
Man, I might be the Castellanos of broadcasting, because every time I talk about someone, something doesn't go their way.
Castellanos. Every time that he's up to bat, during something uncomfortable, he does something big. That ball high for ball 1 with Kylie Baumgard. 1 ball, no strikes, none down. Bottom of the third inning. Lincoln Southwest 5, Norfolk 1. Pitch also high for ball 2. Alexis Bradley in the circle today. She's done pretty good to start things off, only relinquishing that 1 run in the first inning so far. In there for a strike. Swing and a miss. Baumgart, big cut. And our third inning today is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. 2-2 counts, runner on first. The pitch is high, gets away from the catcher, Madsen, and Schnur easily there at second.
Schnur able to see the ball go just behind the catcher. Good awareness to get on second. Now Norfolk potentially in scoring position.
2-2 count. That's high for ball 4. Or ball 3, I believe. I think that's 3. That is 3. Should be 3. I believe that was the third ball of the at-bat. That's what I had on my sheet. But the official gave ball 4. And that is what it is.
So they awarded her the base because the umpire lost count?
I mean, there wasn't a lot of arguing here with our officials either. So I could have been wrong. I've been wrong before, Andrew. It's not the first time. Another outside, and 2-1 count. Emerson Waldo. Here's a great opportunity for the Panthers. None down. Big swing and a miss. Sits down Emerson, or she is back up. Okay, that was only her second strike.
And maybe it was you that messed up.
It happens. It happens. 2-2 count. None down. Waldo sees that one just off the plate. Full count.
So Waldo looking at a full count. Last time out was able to get on second. So she's 1 for 1 at batting so far. And now, I mean, you know what's coming.
Full count. Got down low, strike out looking. Emerson Waldo goes down, and Alexis Bradley wins that battle.
And a phenomenal pitch from Bradley. Ball kind of broke towards the bottom just slightly. And Waldo thought she could get away with being able to look it through, thinking it was going to be kind of at her knees, but just great placement from Bradley, catching that strikeout.
And strike on Miley Wickman. Wickman a year ago, tremendous at RBIs, was again second on the team with 31. And Madsen with a nice snag to make sure no runners continue to advance.
And Wichman in her first appearance striked out in the first inning. So far 0 for 1 for her today.
That again is high. 2-1 for Miley Wickman.
Hear the fans getting really excited back there.
Things are exciting right now. That's fouled off above the screen, 2-2. Panthers with 2 hits so far today. trying to keep the line moving, down by 4 runs. Hits the low part of the zone for strike 3.
And Bradley is just on fire this inning, back-to-back strikeouts. She's feeling good from the circle.
Kayla Bobbledyke, who came in for Jessica Schmidt, she will see Alexis Bradley for the first time today. 2 down as this is caught. What a snag. Leaning over to the left, sticking the glove out. It is Emily Yett, and ends the inning with no damage done. 2 runners left on for Norfolk. Lead 5-1 for Lincoln Southwest. Top of the 4th coming up next.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
NCN Sports is sponsored by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Norfolk unable to tack on a couple runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Lincoln Southwest leads 5-1 after a great catch from Emily Yett to end things. Here's a bunt, ball spins, it lands, and the throw is a little low from Baumgard. Should have been there. An error on the throw.
Wild for Severance to be able to glove it. You can see here she lays down a pretty good bunt on over. The throw is
Number 15, the shortstop, Kennedy Williams.
Overall, a pretty good bunt.
Throwing back to first. What a play. Double play for the Panthers. What just happened?
I'm thinking the same thing.
With 2 outs, it brings up number 17, second baseman, Brenley Norlinger.
So now 2 down. With Brenley Norlinger. Gets the strike there. So here's a replay of what happened. It was a great catch by Wickman and fired right back to first in time. Tough start to the day for Kennedy Williams. This line towards center. Schnorr's there, makes the catch, and Norfolk made that look easy defensively. Gets out of the inning without any damage done, and they bring the bats to the bottom of the 4th. Coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Life is a wild ride. It's important to have a trusted partner along the way. Liberty First Credit Union exists to provide its members with affordable financial services. Whether it is a large purchase, a new car or home remodel, overcoming obstacles, or chasing your dreams. Financing life is what we do best. Give us a call or visit libertyfirstcu.com.
Been a great day so far for Alexis Bradley, pitcher for Lincoln Southwest. 3 complete innings so far, 4 strikeouts. And now we'll see the Panthers again leading off. For Norfolk is Kirsten Lynn. She grounded out last time up to the third baseman.
And Bradley, who has just been on fire these past couple of innings, now making her appearance in the circle once more for the 4th inning. Going up against Kirsten Lynn, the right fielder. Sees that one through as well.
A 2-0 count for Lynn. Our 4th inning today is brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. You can discover more at lincoln.org. We see the first strike of the at-bat.
So Bradley starting off 2-0, trying to battle her way back a little bit. Confidence definitely isn't shaken, as she has had a tremendous start to the game today.
Popped up, will this stay in play off the fence? No, just behind it. As Madsen watches it. 2-2 count off the foul ball.
And that ball just got away. If it was probably an inch closer, that would have been in play, and that would have been an easy catch. However, the evil net gets in the way.
2-2 count, Kirsten Lynn. Downstairs for ball 3. Brings it to a full count. Alexis Bradley looking for her 5th strikeout. And Lynn hits it hot shot towards Spahn, who makes the play, grounds it, throws it over to first, and Emily Yett is there to make the catch and sit down Kirsten Lynn.
Simple ground ball on over to Yett, yet able to glove it. Put one down away for the Silverhawks.
Henley Morris in the 7-hole for the Panthers. Flew out to center field last time up. That was that impressive catch out there by Mary Beth Hart. The robbery. One 1-0 count for Morris. There's strike 1 of the at-bat. Norfolk made it to the state tournament for the 4th time ever in 2021. Big swing and a miss from Morris, 1-2. I know a team like this for the Panthers really would love to get back there when you bring back so many starters from a year ago.
And that's all that's got to be on their mind is
high heat, swing and miss. 5th strikeout for Alexis Bradley.
Like I was going to say, sorry, Kaylin, you know, they got to have that postseason on their mind after the outcome of last year. Obviously, not the start they want for their first game, but you never know, things could pick up. You know, it's softball.
Our broadcast today is thanks in part to United Healthcare, where small towns matter. Briley Severance. With a 1-0 count to start things off for her. Swing and a miss. Down low, 1-1. 2 down in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lincoln Southwest trying to shut down Norfolk's bats. Another swing and a miss from Severance. A little slow catching up to that last pitch, and she's down 1-2.
There's that confidence starting to show from Bradley with 2 down. She has the opportunity to put this inning away.
That's up high upstairs. 2-2 count.
No damage has been done yet by the Panthers in this inning. Bradley has the opportunity for back-to-back strikeouts.
Fouled off toward the screen, stays at 2-2. Severance her last time up. struck out. She's 0 for 1. Did have a nice at-bat, though, one that saw 7 pitches. Swing and a miss. Severance goes down swinging for the second time today. And Alexis Bradley, 6 strikeouts, feeling good for the Silverhawks. Bottom of the 4th is over. We head to the top of the 5th. Coming up on NCN.
If you're thinking about becoming a John Deere technician, receive a debt-free degree from Landmark Implement. With the John Deere Student Tech program, receive reimbursement for up to 100% of college tuition, fees, books, and room and board, plus a $5,000 tool stipend. Students are paid a competitive hourly wage for their work hours and are guaranteed employment at a Landmark location after graduation. Visit landmark.careers to find out more about the John Deere Student Tech program and become part of the Landmark difference.
From the moment something didn't feel quite right, to that ambulance arriving at your door, from the immediate diagnosis, to the surgery that followed, to the long list of lifestyle changes and that family gathering that everyone always talked about, but for whatever reason kept getting postponed, to the moment you sat back and realized how grateful you are for everything you have. We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
News Channel Nebraska. Your score, Lincoln Southwest leads by 4 runs. Kaylin Devin, Andrew Pfeiffer joining you today in Norfolk at Taha Zuka Park, the first of a doubleheader. It's Delaney Madsen that sees a strike here. Madsen, a recruit for South Dakota State, potentially going to play softball there. That's hit high, and catch is made by Schnur.
And a great catch from Schnur. That ball had the potential to get out of this ballpark, but Schnur able to come up with a nice grab.
Mary Beth Hart comes back up for the Silverhawks. She erred in the second inning, or she's reached on an error and then singled in the third, scored both times. Kayla Bobbledyke in the circle. Three-0 count here. Mary Beth Hart. Bobbledyke comes back with a strike. Make sure to stick around for the end of the game. We do have 2 today. As this fouled back toward the screen, full count. Nice job by Bobbledyke coming back in this one, but stay tuned. We'll have our coach's post-game interview. It's all brought to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Will either be Mitch Onutka from Lincoln Southwest or Derek Siedschlag from Norfolk. Popped up, Wickman calls off Bobbledyke and makes the catch.
Wickman with a catch for round number 2.
A great catch from Wichman. Just sitting right under that pop-up, and 2 down.
Batting for the Silverhawks, number 18, left fielder, Emma Dostal.
Two down, 5-1 ball game, 5th inning. Low from Bobbledyke toward Emma Dostal, who has done well today. She is 1 for 2. Flew out to right field in the second inning, but singled and scored in the third. 1-1 count after that strike from Bobbledyke. It's a Bobbledyke strike. Hard hit ball, and that just gets past Waldo. And that's a tough one.
That ball was coming in a little too high. Waldo just couldn't quite get a glove on it and kind of fumbles it up in the air a little bit. And take a look at the replay here. That ball came in smoking. Pretty easy way for Gotzel to get on base.
Now Emily Yett, she is 2 for 2 today with a 3-run home run and a single. Just misses. 2-0 count. And Lincoln Southwest, they seem to like being down with 2 strikes, or 2 outs, excuse me. They've made some good things happen.
Like you said, Kalen, as a majority of their runs came from those 2-out rallies. We could potentially start seeing the same thing, but Bobbledyke so far has been pretty well, playing pretty well, lights out.
3 of the 5 runs today have come from 2 outs. Another strike here, 2-2. Nice job from Bobbledyke to battle back here. Top of the 5th inning. Swing and a miss out in front of it, and Bobbledyke gets her second strikeout since entering the game. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Norfolk down 5-1. We'll try to get something going offensively. Lincoln Southwest looking strong.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Nine, then top here in the bottom of the 5th inning. On News Channel Nebraska, Brooklyn Brands will start things off with Peyton Schnoor in the on-deck circle and Kylie Baumgard in the hole. Thanks for tuning in. Kalen Devin and Andrew Pfeiffer joining you at Tahazuka Park. First pitch swinging, fouled off toward the screen for Brooklyn Brands.
Brooklyn Brands in her first appearance had a pop-up to the pitcher. Flew out in the first inning, and she makes her second appearance at bat for the Panthers. Now looking at an 0-1.
The youngest player on this Panther team fouls back again. She is just a sophomore. Played a lot as a freshman as well. Had some really nice at-bats last year. But right now down 0-2. And Panthers need to try to find something going. You're running out of outs. That's high for ball 1. We can't discredit the work done by Alexis Bradley. Talked about how Lincoln Southwest came in with not a lot of experience in the circle, including Alexis Bradley, who only threw 7 innings a year ago. She's done so well today, 6 strikeouts. And she is going strong here in the 5th.
Like you said, didn't even pitch a full game. And is now coming in looking with 6 strikeouts. That's pretty good for a season debut.
1-2. This hit nicely right through the gap. Brands reaches first, headed towards second. The throw, not there. Brands slides in for a double to kick off the 5th inning.
And a solid hit in the left center gap for Brands as it dropped just nicely between left center field. Rounded up and got into second, and now Norfolk has a runner in scoring position with 0 down.
This is how you start a rally for Norfolk. And for Lincoln Southwest, shouldn't be too worried quite yet. You've been into this situation before.
Now you're back at the top of the batting order for the Panthers. Schnur walked the first attempt. Got to second on her second at-bat. So 2 for 2 so far for Schnur.
Definitely a place that you'd like to be for Norfolk. Top of the order with Peyton Schnur, who has been a leader on this team for many years. She's got a 1-1 count coming her way. Bradley deals. That's just outside, and Bradley wanted that strike. And a 2-1 count. Just misses again.
You can see the smile coming off of Bradley's face from the circle.
She's close.
You can kind of read her face as what she's trying to communicate, going, I don't know if I agree with that. I thought those last 2 pitches looked pretty good. Clearly not to the umpire.
When you're a pitcher, you're just, you're so close on a lot of these spots. This hit well, but foul. Dostal gives chase, but not quite able to get there. Schnur down with a full count now. Make sure you stay tuned for the end of the game, or our inning today is brought to you by Sartor Heyman, 5th inning. Sartor Heyman will help your jewelry dreams come true. And that is ball 4.
Schnur walks. Bring on number 4, the catcher, Kylie Baumgart.
Like I said earlier, Bradley now having a conversation with Madsen. You could just tell the expression off of her face once more as that walk was called. I wouldn't want to say she was staring down the umpire, but you could tell that she was in disagreement.
Every once in a while, that happens. You miss a couple close spots either way. Happens on both sides, and it can always be tough, especially if you're the pitcher. Check swing, got the strike. This is Kylie Baumgart. She doubled in the first inning, reached in the second. Down 0-1, 2 runners on for the Panthers. Hit high in the air toward right field. Nice catch made by Norlinger. The throw over to third. The tag not down. Both runners try to advance, and they both are safe.
Wow, a nice heads-up running for the Panthers. Southwest sat on that ball for just a little too long, and now Panthers have 2 runners in scoring position as that brings up Emerson Waldo.
So if you're Kylie Baumgart, you can't be too upset with that. You just had a sac fly to advance the runners to second and third. Emerson Waldo comes up here. Nice job by Norlinger to get over there and make that catch in foul territory, though, right on the line. Swing and a miss from Waldo. Down 0-2. Another great opportunity for the Panthers. They've left 4 base runners on already, which would be the difference in this game. Waldo just too high. Nice job laying off that pitch.
Now with 1 down, Panthers have an opportunity to bring the game in a little closer with 2 runners just on the verge of scoring.
Swung nicely towards center, but a nice catch made out there by Hart, the runner trying to tag. She scores. That's Brooklyn Brands who reaches the plate and tacks on a run for the Panthers. Schnur is held at second. Decided not to make a dash for third on the throw.
So a sacrifice RBI, if you will, with Brands coming off third base. Able to get in and make this a 3-run game.
Wickman comes back up. Runner on second, 2 down. Bottom of the 5th. Wickman swings and just gets a piece of it. It's been a tough day for Miley Wickman, one of the most reliable players on this team. She has 0 for 2 with a strikeout swinging and a strikeout looking. 0-1 counts. Wickman hits it hard left side. Dostal back there in foul territory. Pops off her glove and it's foul. Well, fortunate that Dostal was in foul territory. Otherwise, that could have been a home run.
And you could kind of tell there that Dostal she caught it with her palm instead of the net of the glove, causing the ball to bounce right.
Calling time is Wickman. With another chance here. That's upstairs for ball 1 of the at-bat. Two down for Lincoln Southwest. Wickman gets a nice hold of one. It's bounced toward first base, and the runner scores. Schnur comes around. Wickman headed towards second. The throw not in time. Wickman reaches on an error. She dashes towards second, and Schnur scores.
Schnur scored off the error from Yet. The ball just left her glove. She didn't even know it happened, and before you know it, Schnur came home. Here's a look at our replay. Fielded well, thrown a little too low, but the ball just kind of escaped.
Wasn't the perfect throw from Kennedy Williams, but if you're Yet, you really want to make that play. So Wickman now on second off of the error. The line continues to move. It's 5-3 with Kayla Bobbledike coming in. Been a good day for Alexis Bradley still, even though that 2 runs have just come across. Infield giving her a little bit of confidence.
Before you know it, after a pair of errors, Kalen, Norfolk able to bring in 2 runs, make this a 2-run game.
Bobbledike, check swing, strike. Bradley trying to deal here. Looking for her 7th strikeout to hopefully end the inning for the Silverhawks. That's upstairs. 1-1. We have another one after this, too. This is the first game of our doubleheader today. Twisting ball is outside again. Panther dugout starting to chirp. Pitch fouled off back toward the screen. Bobbledike with a 2-2 count. Can Bradley end the inning, or will Bobbledike keep it alive? Two count, 2 down. 5-3 game. Keeping it. Oh, what a catch! Norlinger makes the snag, able to stand in the way of the ball and end the inning. Norfolk still puts on 2, and it's a 5-3 game as we head to the top of the 6th inning on News Channel Nebraska.
The first time I ever took prescription opioids is when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I think I was 16 years old. I must have gotten a 30-day script. I took them all in 3 days. I was stealing from people, buying substances on the street. I look back at that time with a lot of shame. That's not who I am. Opioid use disorder is not a moral failing.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you got to check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you've got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
News Channel Nebraska, good game so far as Norfolk able to score 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning, but right now Lincoln Southwest still in front. 5-3. Kalen Devitt along with Andrew Pfeiffer today. Fouled off with Mabry Spahn in the box. Bobbledike's done pretty well since entering the game. Has not allowed a run the past 2 innings. 2 1/4 inning, I should say. 2 1/3. This popped up high. Catch is made by Waldo.
There's a fly out to the second baseman, Waldo, for out number 1.
And a good catch from Waldo. Just got right under it. Infield meets up to kind of encourage each other. And, you know, they're not too far away from being back in this game. There is still life for the Panthers.
It's been a pretty quick job defensively for Norfolk the last few innings. You want to keep that going so you can get your bats continuing to stay hot. For Lincoln Southwest, you know that Norfolk is a team that can rally. They've done it before. So you want to keep them at bay, and you want to keep scoring as well. McKenna Murphy down 0-1, now 0-2. Murphy struck out looking her last time up. That was Bobbledike's first strikeout on her first appearance. So she's officially made it all the way through the lineup. This hard hit ball, shallow left field. And a nice catch made by Brantz, able to get there and give the Panthers the second out of the 6th inning.
So 2 batters, 2 outs. Good catch from Brands out in left field. 1 more out, giving Norfolk a chance to have another shot at batting once more.
In the past 2 innings, the 4th and the 5th inning, there's been 1 base runner each for the Silverhawks, and both reached via error. Strike for Kenna Brett Schneider. Had a really nice hit earlier in the game. She likes to start off in the back of the box before running up. It's way over the head.
She had a strikeout in her first appearance and came back in the 4th inning. Like you said, Kaylin had a solid hit and is now back in her 3rd appearance. So she's looking at a 1-for-1 for the day so far.
And Wickman right there makes the catch off the light floater on Brett Schneider's bat, and that ends the inning. Panthers get it done quickly again as we go to the bottom of the 6th in the first game of our doubleheader. Lincoln Southwest 5, Norfolk 3.
At Elkhorn Valley Bank, we believe in local. It's something we live by. It's something we're proud of. It's helping our neighbors grow like they've helped us. Supporting families, investing in lives, and creating prosperity. Local means making decisions that grow and improve surrounding communities we call home. Investing in our nonprofits and giving back. Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, great for you, great for your community.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Borgman Construction, voted best residential roofer in Northeast Nebraska. Norfolk Auto Center, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple always. And by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health is their top priority.
Five to 3 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Panthers were able to tack on a couple runs in the bottom of the 5th. They scored 1 in the 1st, and then were scoreless throughout the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Right now, Norfolk with a real opportunity. Kirsten Lynn, Henley Morris, and Briley Severance, 6, 7, and 8, but also really good bats for the Panthers. However, Lincoln Southwest has not made it easy defensively. They do a really nice job at getting out of jams. First pitch from Lynn is fouled off.
Now batting for the Panthers, right fielder number 22, Kirsten Lynn.
Lynn 0 for 2 so far today, a pair of ground outs as she makes her third appearance.
Lynn makes direct contact through the gap and singles to get things started in the bottom of the sixth for Norfolk.
And there's Lynn's first hit of the day after a pair of ground outs.
Did a nice job straightening things out. She grounded out toward third and short, and this time right over the plate of second. Henley Morris lays down a bunt foul. 0-1. Alexis Bradley still in the circle for the Silverhawks. Not looking like she's slowing down at all yet, but now Norfolk is starting to get a few hits off of her. The bunt fouled off again, and now Morris will most likely be swinging away.
And you'd have to imagine if a couple more runs creep in for the Panthers, you may want to look into the bullpen or the dugout because we're in high school, you know, if you are the Silverhawks. But Bradley been doing well so far.
High for ball one. Really big at bat for both the Panthers and the Silverhawks. Here's Bradley upstairs again, 2-2. Morris is the tying runner. Down, that was a little low, but gets called strike three. Got Morris looking.
And now Bradley finally gets a call in her favor. After a couple pitches she had in the last inning were a little close. She thought were strikes, but were called ball. And now finally, out of ball that might have been just a little too low from people's judgment, but called strike.
Severance fouls this one off. There's always those calls that are fringe balls or strikes, and that one gets called a strike.
And so now Bradley has picked up her 7th, I believe.
That is strikeout number 7. That's right down the middle of the plate for strike 2. Bradley doing her best to get out of this jam. Brooklyn Brands waits in the on-deck circle. 1 down, 2 strikes for Severance. Up high and ball 1.
Now 1-2 for Bradley. She could put this inning away with just a strike. Got to be careful these next couple of pitches here. You do have that kind of freedom to be able to throw whatever you want for the next couple of pitches.
Hits the outside corner, strike 3, and that's number 8 for number 8.
Severance strikes out to bring up number 12, left fielder Brooklyn.
What a debut for Alexis Bradley this season. 8 strikeouts and 7 innings last year. She had 7. 6 innings last year, she had 7. So crazy performance from Bradley. This is fouled off by Brands.
And now 8 strikeouts and climbing. She could potentially make it 9 and strike out every batter this inning. And she has just been in control.
Kirsten Lynn still awaits on first with Brands, the tying runner. Hits this one, does it get through the gap? And Kennedy Williams able just to make the smart play to scoop it up and step on the bag with 1 runner on, left on base. Lincoln Southwest holds that 2-run lead as we go to the top of the 7th. 3 more outs for both sides coming up next on NCN.
Okay, that's it. Done. Stop. Partnership. It's more than a handshake in a farm field. These are cliches and conventions, and we're here to break them. We want to do the work that needs doing, to take on your challenges together. Let us help move your operation forward. We promise to be the partner you need, not the one you're used to. Honest.
At Faith Regional Physician Services OBGYN, listening to you to create an individualized healthcare plan that fits your needs and preferences is our top priority. Whether you need an annual checkup, specialized gynecology care, or pregnancy management, we partner with you to provide expert care using advanced practices, technology, and techniques. Faith Regional Physician Services OBGYN. Care on your terms is the Faith difference.
Lincoln Southwest with a strong performance today. They've got 5 runs tallied, Norfolk with 3, and the Silverhawks with Kennedy Williams up to bat, who made a nice play to end the bottom of the 6th by making the grounder and stepping on the bag. Williams, a Nebraska sports commit. That's down low for Bobbledyke. Williams with a 2-0 count. The pitch just misses. .3-0 for Kennedy Williams to start off the top of the 7th in the first game of our doubleheader. Williams shows bunt but pulls back.
Bobbledyke beginning to battle back after being down 3-0. Managed to sneak one in low. Able to pick up her first strike.
Again, another one for Bobbledyke. Full count.
Williams thought she had the walk as she was getting ready to turn and walk towards first, but now we're looking at a full.
Swung hard right at Schnur, who makes the catch. And what was a 3-0 count? Bobbledyke battles and gets the out of Kennedy Williams.
Now batting number 17, the second baseman, Brentley Norlinger.
And a good catch from Schnur. As Kennedy Williams flies out to center field. And that's one down for the Panthers.
Now Brentley Norlinger, who has 0 for 3 today. She's flown out to the center fielder twice and flew out to short. 1 out in the top of the 7th. Panthers, you want to keep that defense that's been giving you opportunities to get out of things recently. It's just been those 2 big innings, the 2nd and the 3rd for Lincoln Southwest, where they've got all 5 runs. Foul back. Two-one count. Kayla Bobbledyke digs in the circle. Big divot there in the middle of the circle. Pitch hit hard, right center field, giving chase, and making a great catch is Kirsten Lynn. 2 down.
And a great pair of catches from the outfielders. Kirsten Lynn over the shoulder, able to snag the ball. Schnur with the first, Lynn with the second. It's now 2 down for the Panthers. Southwest only has one more chance to extend their 2-run lead.
Delaney Madsen 0 for 2 with a walk today. 2 down. First pitch strike, Bobbledyke. Nice job to get things going here.
Now batting for Lincoln Southwest, number 10, the catcher, Delaney Madsen.
Hit high. Is this staying fair? Giving chase. Waldo, did she make that catch? She did.
Wow. Waldo comes all the way over from her second base spot, beats the foul line, gets right under it, and just makes a beautiful snag for the third out.
Wow, what a catch by Waldo. And now, maybe giving yourselves a little bit of momentum heading to the bottom of the seventh on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Borgman Construction, voted best residential roofer in Northeast Nebraska. Norfolk Auto Center, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple always. And by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health is their top priority.
We feel it at the grocery store, when we pay our cable bill, or purchase our favorite coffee. Costs are on the rise. That's not true with electricity. For the past 10 years, customers in communities served by Nebraska Public Power District have enjoyed no annual overall rate increases. So, considering how electricity powers our everyday, it remains a great value. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Let's see that Emerson Waldo catch again. Here she is from second, making the way all the way over. That's a beautiful view. Basket catch, down to the knees, big smiles, and Norfolk keeps Lincoln Southwest at bay. It is a two-run ball game in the bottom of the seventh inning. So now Norfolk here, you put on 2 runs, we head to extra. The Panthers can put on 3. That's game over for the first of this doubleheader. Although you don't put on any, or you put on 1, Lincoln Southwest is able to start their season off with a strong 1-0 victory. We'll find out what happens right now on News Channel Nebraska. Top of the order, Peyton Schnur. First pitch strike from Alexis Bradley, who has done tremendously today. 8 strikeouts.
Eight strikeouts indeed, Kalen, like you said, as the Panthers now are back at the top of the order. Schnur was walked in her last appearance. She's been walked twice today so far, but was able to hit a standing double in the third inning. And so she is 3 for 3 so far.
Fouled off again. Alexis Bradley trying to pitch a complete game in her season debut. Again, we talked about the pitching from Lincoln Southwest, how many innings they lost, but it does not seem to matter for Bradley. She has done a fantastic job today.
8 strikeouts for number 8 and potentially climbing as Schmore's looking at a 0-2.
Schnur hits it right back toward Kennedy. Williams makes the scoop, throw over to first in time.
Now 1 down. Good snag from Williams over to Yet. A good old classic 6-3 ground ball. As the Silverhawks are just 2 outs away from taking game 1, Kalen.
It's exactly how you want to start this inning. Put the pressure on Norfolk with 1 down now. This defense has done a great job today. We talk about Alexis and how well she's done, Alexis Bradley, but you got to give your defense a really nice job to make some plays defensively. Bradley just asking where the pitch was. It's a 1-0 count for Kylie Baumgart. Collegiate talent on this Lincoln Southwest roster in there for a strike. A 5-3 ball game. Norfolk down to their last 2 outs. Just misses for ball 2. First game of our doubleheader here today at Tahazuka Park in Norfolk. Bradley delivers high for ball 3. Baumgart in the box.
It's 3-1 here. Bradley has the opportunity to battle back. It's not panic time yet.
A big crowd behind us today for the first game of our doubleheader. Great job from both the Panthers and the Silverhawks, parents and fans to show up today. Why wouldn't you want to be outside on a beautiful day like this as Kylie Baumgart walks?
That'll bring up Emerson Waldrow. Waldrow made the nice play in the last inning to get that third out for the Panthers. Now had herself an okay day today. She got on second in her first appearance, struck out in her second, but although had that sac fly RBI in her latest appearance.
Makes a nice connection. Is that in the gap? It does not drop. Drops right into the glove of Dostal, who makes the catch. Had a little too much air under it, and Dostal gives the Silverhawks the second out as she shoots an arrow to center.
Great hustle from Dostal getting over into left center field. Just pretty simple bread and butter, being able to get under it. As now the Silverhawks one more out away from ending the first game.
Wickman is the tying runner. She's at the plate. Delivers one right over the third base line. This will be a run. It goes beyond the fence, gets stuck. Runners with their hands up. Where will Wickman go? Either she will go back to second. Baumgart scores. The umpire just pointed to second for Wickman because the ball was under the fence, but we'll see what the call is here.
So it's like essentially if the ball is back behind that fence, she will stay on second base.
I think the umpire just checking to make sure that ball got stuck, and she does grab it, or does check it.
The ball is still resting kind of by that fence. Don't know if it was stuck or not. Looks like the umpires are going to have a chat here.
Either way, it is a one-run game as of now. Wickman heads back to second.
So now Norfolk has the opportunity to walk this off. As coming up next, potentially could get the save now, the batter, Bobbledyke.
Bobbledyke with Wickman on second. She is the leading runner, the tying runner on second. Oh, so Baumgart has not scored yet. She's at third still. That run did not score. It's 5-3.
Now think about it this way. Say Bobbledyke hits it out of the park here. She could walk it off and get a save by herself at the same time if she hits it out and over. So imagine getting a save by hitting a home run.
That'd be awesome for Norfolk. 2 runners on. 2-run game. Big swing and a miss from Bobbledyke. Either way, you got to make some kind of connection here. And this is Alexis Bradley's position to do whatever she wants. 0-2, 2 down, game on the line. Bobbledyke in the box. The pitch. Popped up foul. Bobbledyke stays alive.
And you have Bradley looking for number 9 of the night. Still down in an 0-2 count. Bobbledyke, who came in into relief earlier today, has an opportunity right here to walk it off or end the game.
Swing and a miss, and Alexis Bradley, strikeout number 9, does it for Lincoln Southwest. Survives the Panthers' rally in the bottom of the 7th inning. But that's not all today. We've got another game coming up. But first of all, congratulations for the Silverhawks. Maintaining the lead throughout the game. And Lincoln Southwest takes down Norfolk in the first game of our doubleheader, 5-3.
Woodhouse Chevy is making car buying better with 2 convenient locations in Missouri Valley, Iowa, and our newest location in Omaha at 112th and Dodge. With a huge selection of new cars, trucks, and SUVs, experience the entire Chevy lineup and explore our savings going on now. Visit us in store or online anytime to shop our current offers and all our inventory. Find new roads with Woodhouse Chevy in Missouri Valley and now in Omaha.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores. And by You Save Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
At JSP, we show up every day with one goal in mind: taking care of the great people of the communities we serve. For the last 15 years, keeping people comfortable in the Hudson Valley has been our main priority. Our award-winning customer service and customized solutions make calling JSP a simple choice. Our trained professionals can solve almost any issue in your home or business and make you another satisfied customer. Call JSP today.
Whether you play on a field, or play on a court, or are running to greatness, during the game and after the game, during the wins and during the losses, Agri City Insurance has you covered. Here to help you insure what matters most. Agri City Insurance.
When the game wraps up, or even before kickoff, our community welcomes you with open arms. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is happy to have you here, and we want to show you what we're all about. From wide open spaces to music, shopping, entertainment, and more, there is always something for you to discover in our city. Stop by the Visitors Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit Lincoln.org. The Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
Driving by on the highway, you'd never guess what this store holds. When you walk in, rest assured this small-town vet supply store has big city selection. There's a good chance if what you're looking for isn't in the back, they can order it for you. Luckily, you'll get the small-town friendly service and knowledgeable sales staff every step of the way. From vaccine help to renting a tux for your son's wedding. See the staff at Valley Vet Supply on Highway 36 in Marysville.
Valley Vet Supply.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores. And by You Save Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers.
Game one of our doubleheader today just wrapped up, and Lincoln Southwest holds on against Norfolk on the road 5-3 and gets the big win. Kalen Devin and Andrew Pfeiffer with you on News Channel Nebraska, and let's take you to the top plays to find out exactly how things unraveled. Top plays today brought to you by Currency and Elkhorn Valley Bank. Both teams getting things started throughout this season. Norfolk did a really nice job to open up the ball game. And let's see it right here. Right through the middle, able to score a run off of the bat of Emerson Waldo. Kylie Baumgart scores, and it's 1-0 Norfolk. They took that lead early in the bottom of the first inning. There's a conversation there between Jessica Schmidt and third base, now 1-0. And now here's the big swing off the bat from Emily Yett. 3-run home run that scored a couple of her teammates, Delaney Madsen and Mary Beth Hart. And at this point, Lincoln Southwest leads 3-1 in the top of the second. Big bat from Yett, her first home run of the season. Obviously, as we open up the game, she only had one home run a year ago. And Lincoln Southwest continued to score some runs. 4-1 at this point. And here's the fifth run of the day. It just gets through the gap and able to score on one more run off of the bat. That's Dostal coming home for Lincoln Southwest. Now 5-1, bottom of the fifth inning. Norfolk trying to tack on some runs here. Here's a ball right at the center fielder, Mary Beth Hart. The throw not in time, and the run scores for Norfolk. That's Brooklyn Brains that comes across. It's 5-2. And another one came across for Norfolk. Peyton Schnur reached the plate off of the hit from Miley Wickman, who also was safe. Made the score 5-3 in the bottom of the fifth inning with Norfolk and Lincoln Southwest. Panthers still need to make some runs up here, and they tried to get things done defensively. Emerson Waldo dives and makes a great catch to end the top of the seventh inning and give the Panthers a chance in the bottom of the fifth, down 5-3. And with two runners on, second and third, a big strikeout. It was a tremendous day from Alexis Bradley. 9 strikeouts to get the victory, the win for Lincoln Southwest, 5-3 over Norfolk. Our first game of the doubleheader. Stick around because we got another one coming up. Kalen Devin, Andrew Pfeiffer on News Channel Nebraska. We'll be back, but right now, we're going to send you to regularly scheduled programming. It's all happening on News Channel Nebraska.